So the whole issue with this is that now verification doesn't mean shit. All it means is that you're willing to pay $8 a month just to have your tweets seen more, right? Now it will be as impressive as your neighbor's new air fryer. Yeah, first of all, it's not even that much money, $8 a month, but it's enough money to make people not want to pay it, right? That's the thing. Like, $8 a month isn't a lot, but it's enough that I would not want to pay it. Like, there was a poll that said, like, 10% of current Twitter users would consider paying $5 a month for this new verification. So that's not a lot. Yeah, if Twitter starts charging for blue checks, it will become extremely embarrassing to have one. It doesn't mean that you're anything special. All it means is that you're able to pay, or willing to pay. Just for what exactly? Just to have the blue check next to the name. Honestly, it's like, a lot of people are just salty that, like, they're not more popular. They're not as popular as they believe that they should be, right? And of course they blame it on, like, oh, it's cause the woke media is censoring me. No, nobody's censoring you, dude. You're just not that popular. It's like, or they'll show graphs of, like, their Twitter growth, and it's like, look, I grew a bunch. I grew a lot, but then my growth plateaued. And it's like, I'm not growing anymore. It's, well, yeah, that's how it works. Like, your growth doesn't last forever. You grow, and then, like, eventually the people who would like you, as more and more people who would be a fan of you discover you, that's less and less potential followers out there to discover you. So yeah, it's like, eventually it's going to plateau. But no, it's because of the woke media shadow banning me that my growth is slowed. Yeah, sure. So yeah, it's expensive enough that, like, if you pay it, that means you're kind of a fool. You've been debated, right? So yeah, $96 a year is kind of a lot. Again, it's like not a lot, but it's enough that it's like kind of a big deal to have it. It's like almost a Spotify subscription, right? Yeah, having a blue checkmark will be the new pronouns in bio, except adding pronouns to your bio does not cost you anything, whereas getting that blue checkmark will be kind of expensive. It'll mean, like, you're shilling out for Elon and his supporting his destructive policies that are going to, like, enable hate speech and whatnot. Yeah, this is subsidizing his vanity project. Subsidizing his $44 billion purchase of Twitter for what exactly? Why did he buy Twitter? I still don't get it. I think he bought Twitter because, like, he just wanted to set the rules. He was tired of being censored, right? He was tired of, like, the woke media censoring him. Or probably, realistically, he was tired of being ratioed by people bigger than him, you know? Elon's pretty big on Twitter, but, you know, there's always a bigger fish, right? There's always someone out there who's bigger than you. Or he was tired of, like, a bunch of people, like, responding to him, telling them that he was stupid and dumb and lame, which he is. So he probably wants to, like, ban, like, speech critical of him, or, like, speech that, like, pisses him off some way. Yeah, he made, like, removing bots a big key point in what he would change as the chief of Twitter. But, like, bots can mean anything. He could mean, like, spam accounts, right? When he says bots, he could mean like anyone. A lot of people, like, declare people bots when they don't like them, or they don't when they're giving them information that they don't want. It's like, oh, liberals do this too. It's like, oh, you must be a paid Russian shill, or you must be a Russian bot. It's like, no, I'm just critical of the Democratic Party from the left. But it's like, there are actual like Russian bot programs, but it's like they're using the existence of that as like an excuse to be like, oh, you just dismiss any opinion that they don't like, right? So it's the same thing. I guess it's not like a partisan thing. Both sides do it. It's like, oh, this person doesn't like me. They're a bot. You're a bot. So yeah, he was tired of like people like cyberbullying him in his replies, and then those replies getting a lot of likes. So yeah, all this is a vanity project, and like $44 billion, that's a lot of money. And it's like his personal wealth, or his like he had to sell a lot of stocks or use a lot of stocks as collateral. So yeah, it was a pretty hefty purchase. So yeah, he's got to make up a lot of money. That's why he's squeezing Twitter for all that it's worth now. And honestly, like, these people, like, they probably don't care that they're not going to have the blue check mark, right? I mean, they'll care in as much as, like, it's easier for people to impersonate them. But they don't, it's not like they want the blue check mark just so they can lord it over others. No, I mean, these people, even without the blue check marks, they will still like have more followers than all of these Elon simps, right? Who are just like part of the legion of fans that just defend anything he does. Hey, the new Twitter Blue verification will have 69 tiers, with a top tier giving you a crown icon and the power to ban any user. It will cost $420 million a month. Elon Musk told Twitter employees if they didn't finish it by Monday, he will blast Nickelback in the office. Oh god. That would be something he would do, isn't it? Oh, I saw the Onion article where it's like, we keep trying to talk to Elon, saying like, hey dude, you need to like do your job as like the chief of Twitter. Now that you've fired the CEO and the CFO and the whole board, you got to actually run Twitter. But he just walks around the office quoting Borat. Every time I try to talk to him, he just screams, my wife, very nice. My wife told me to buy Twitter. My ex-wife. Oh yeah, that's another thing. It's like, this is very divorced dad behavior. It's not just that he's a divorced dad, he's sort of a deadbeat dad. Like, he has a lot of kids, and I don't think he has a close relationship to any of them. In fact, this is the story about his daughter that wants nothing to do with him. Probably like a progressive or even leftist daughter who he probably thinks is brainwashed by the woke media. But nah, dude, she just doesn't like you. Right? So Elon's losing it. Elon's having like a mental breakdown. Kanye's having a mental breakdown. Of course, Kanye is a little bit worse. He's a little bit less restrained. Yeah, both of them are very juvenile, right? They're acting like teenagers, like edgy, like edgy boys that like say offensive shit just for the sake of like getting a reaction out of people. I guess that's what Elon's doing. He's just being the villain of Twitter just to like piss off all the liberals who hate him anyways, right? Unfortunately, a lot of politics is just motivated by like spite and bitterness, right? Like Kanye, he's complaining about the Jews who screwed him in his record deals or whatever in the music industry, and it's like, dude, you got screwed. That's on you. Everybody knows that the music industry is predatory and like a rough business to be in. So like, you should have read the contract before you signed it. Sorry. It's not the Jews, it's just like, it's just business. That's because the person who screwed you happens to be Jewish. Anyways, both of them went through some pretty rough divorces, right? Yeah, this is what happens when a famous, a Twitter famous celebrity gets canceled and then refuses to accept their cancellation, and then gets left by their woman inevitably as they just deteriorate. Yeah, there was a time when like Elon Musk was sort of broadly popular. He was kind of just shit on for being like a nerd, for saying like, oh, we'll get to Mars in 10 years, don't worry guys. Whereas like obviously we're not going to send any humans to Mars anytime soon. Or Elon's like thinking of all these new ideas that sound cool but are totally bullshit, and it's like, dude, nobody cares. You're never going to build a hyperloop, it's never going to happen. So why are you talking about it? And it seems like he did not take that criticism very well, right? Yeah, Kanye does not take criticism very well at all either. Actually, Grimes is trending. Speaking of Grimes is Elon's ex-wife. Rick Grimes is on the finale of TWD. Wait, where would he not be on the finale? I have not been following The Walking Dead. Wait, The Walking Dead is still going on? What? I have not heard anything about The Walking Dead in so long. I stopped watching it in like 2015 or 2016. Grimes baiting Elon with a nerdy pun in 2018. The total collapse of Tesla and Twitter and all of Elon's wealth, and the second coming of Tumblr. Oh, that's right. That's where everyone's going now. It's Tumblr. Yeah, Tumblr's going to come back. Yeah. So Tumblr died. When was it? When did Tumblr die? 2016 or 17 or 15? When they just banned like all not safe for work content, and that was the only reason why anyone was on Tumblr, was for that content. But now that everyone's leaving Twitter, they're going back to Tumblr, which maybe I'll have to like get on Tumblr. I hope there's a way to like make all your tweets also be posted to Tumblr, because like I don't want to post things twice, right? It all came to Grimes in a dream. Yeah. Anyway, I'm curious to see if Elon is adjusting the Twitter algorithm to favor the right. Yeah, that would be scary. Yeah, we've seen like algorithms can influence like public thought in a way that like nothing else ever could before, right? So like Twitter got in trouble, or Facebook got in trouble, or like using or programming its algorithm to maximize like the amount of anger or hatred people felt, because that those are strong emotions, and that drives engagement. Or it uses algorithms to target young teenage girls, make them feel bad about their bodies, make them feel like they're not beautiful enough or good enough. So yeah, the Twitter algorithm can be adjusted in very subtle ways that's like hard to detect, but would still have an impact. If you vote blue, let me know if you can see this. I don't know if they're going to shadow ban people who just vote Democrat. It'll probably be based on their tweets or like who they follow. When the Twitter blue verification badge you paid for arrives, Herschel Walker flashing his fake police badge. Yeah, literally like, look, I'm verified. I am work with many verified Twitter users, okay? Yeah, literally it means nothing now. It just means that you're willing to shill out for Elon Musk and like slut him out. Yeah, this person is not even like that big, but they still got verified. Yeah, you don't have to be big to be verified, you just have to be like influential in some way. Anyways, yeah. I've heard talk that there was going to be 2 tiers of verification, where like one tier is just like you pay for it, but like the other tier is like the actual verification, where it's like verifying that this account is like unique and it's the official account of a person or brand, because that's the whole reason that the verification thing had to be put in place in the first place, because a lot of people will impersonate celebrities and brands just to either like siphon off engagement and like gullible fans, or like just spread misinformation, or like start rumors about them, or like say shit that'll get them canceled, right? So there still has to be a way to verify that someone is like legit, right? Because it happens all the time. That's why so many accounts have official at the end of their names. Like, yeah, this is the official account of this person, not just any random fan account, right? Maybe we'll have like more of that, where it's like, oh, we have to declare that this is the official account. But then the fan accounts could also just say, yeah, we're the official account, and there'll be no way to like tell, right? So yeah. Ultimately, this is going to like drive people off Twitter, because like if you can pay to be seen more, that means if you don't pay out, then like you're not going to get the same amount of engagement that like those who do will. So yeah, Twitter is pay to win essentially now, right? Yeah, it's free to play but pay to win. And if I'm going to be supporting Elon Musk by paying to win at Twitter, then yeah, I'd rather go on Tumblr, to be honest, or Reddit, or I'll just be in YouTube comments maybe, or just Twitch chat, right? There's any number of social medias that I would rather use than a pay-to-win Twitter. Honestly, why would anyone pay to win on Twitter? It's like, if you're willing to pay to use Twitter and like get more engagement, that's kind of like a you problem, right? That's kind of lame. That's kind of like, oh, you need an extra crutch on your way to like becoming a Twitter influencer. It's like, everyone else got there by tweeting their way, by just making good tweets, but maybe you're just not interesting. You're just not interesting enough to get enough followers, right? Maybe that's why they're jealous of verified people, because like the verified people are like interesting, they're unique, they have like a certain special set of skills, or they've worked on themselves in some way to make themselves more appealing. And it's like, oh, I don't want to do all that work. I don't want to learn how to be like appealing to people. I just want to be popular, right? So I'm going to pay to be popular. Yeah. Hopefully that means like all the losers will like continue to lose and continue to like lose their money trying to be cool, and those guys will like have less financial power. I mean, their money isn't going to any place good, but hopefully the good people like me, the actually interesting, talented people like me, and the smart people, well, that's really the thing. You gotta be smart so you can save money. You can save your money to actually spend it on something important, something that will actually increase your reach on stuff, right? Yeah, there are so many ways people can get scammed these days. It's like the whole NFT and crypto thing, really. Yeah, that made a lot of dumb people lose a lot of money. Maybe it's COVID. I mean, isn't COVID over? COVID is sort of over, but like people are still like super online. So there's a lot of online scams and stuff. So yeah, watch out. Hold on to your wallets, because there's probably going to be a lot more scams, a lot more hackings, a lot more just crime in general, because everyone's quality of life is going down. Everything sucks now. Everything is going to continue to get worse, at least for the foreseeable future. I'm not trying to be doom or anything. It's always darkest before the dawn, you know? It's gonna get worse before it gets better, okay? It will get better eventually, probably. Just hang in there. But in the meantime, hold on to your wallets. I mean, the financial crash already happened. We're already sort of in a recession, but I doubt it's going to go down that much anymore. I mean, the election is about to happen, so we'll see what happens with that, right? Anyways. And yeah, it seems like a lot of growth in the economy has slowed. So it's like the only way to, like, I don't know, get any notoriety or fame is like online. And that's why like people are like trying to get big on Twitter, because like that's the only way to like make it big for a lot of people, right? Because like they don't have any like career prospects or anything, right? So maybe this is like a bigger like example of like the establishment being so like calcified, and is that the right word, and like solidified that nobody wants to. All the people on top are going to be on top, going to continue being on top no matter how incompetent and stupid they are. And then so those on the bottom, no matter how hard they work, they're going to stay on the bottom, because the system is set up to insulate the rich from the poor, and keep the poor down and keep the rich rich. So the only way people can get big is like by being a social media influencer, and now like everyone's getting desperate, and everyone's just getting like trying to get all the money that they can, however they can. And so yeah, Elon Musk is literally bargaining with Stephen King. 349k tweet likes, that's a lot. Yeah, if Stephen King leaves Twitter, then that's going to be a big loss for Twitter. Big L for Elon Musk. He's literally like, Elon Musk is begging like, please bro, come on. Elon Musk is like begging like, please bro, come on, we gotta get money somehow. I dropped $44 billion on this shit, and like it was not a wise investment. I said I was gonna do it right before the economy crashed, and then crashed again, and now now I'm stuck with this. They forced me to buy it, and now I have to make up that minus 44 billion somehow, right? I got to, man. Please give me $8. It doesn't have to be 20, just $8. That's another thing. There was a bunch of coverage about like how, oh, it's $20, but then Elon is like, oh no, that's too much, no one's going to pay $20, how about $8? Yeah, it's I've heard like there was a lot of like plans for Twitter verification, the changes that Elon's gonna make, and it's like it changed like 15 times in the span of a few days, or like a week or something. Elon Musk says, yes, this will destroy bots. If a paid blue account engages in spam or scam, that account will be suspended. Okay, well, how do you like classify spam? Because like that can mean a lot of things. Yes, scamming is a different thing. But like, isn't this already the case? Can't you be reported for like, can I report Elon Musk for, myself attacked, harassed, spammed? Yeah, you can report for spam right now. Posting malicious links, misusing hashtags, fake engagement, repetitive replies. Yeah, you can already be suspended for being a spammer or scammer. Shown content, shown misleading info in a way that's deceptive or promotes or causes harm. Yeah. This raises the cost of crime on Twitter by several orders of magnitude. What does that mean? As in like you're wasting money trying to like amplify your reach to scam people more, but then that money's wasted. I don't know. That's not that much. So yeah, seems like Elon is very desperate to make up that $44 billion. And I've heard that it's not even going to raise that much money in comparison to the ads that Twitter runs, which generates billions of dollars in revenue a year. And it seems like this is in anticipation of advertisers leaving Twitter, right? Because we've seen that, like, yeah, Elon's fanboys are a big fan of edgy humor. Yeah, and this guy's a big, oh hey, this guy's verified. Wait, Jack Posobiec is verified. He's a big right-wing influencer, right? I guess right-wing influencers are not silenced after all on Twitter, because this guy has that check mark. He's setting up a fees-based subscription service for Twitter Blue so they don't only depend on advertisers. This decreases the leverage outside censorship orgs have on the platform. What is a censorship organization? Like a bunch of people on Twitter, like, dogpiling someone and like calling their advertisers, getting their advertisers to drop them. I mean, that happens all the time. That's happened with like Fox News hosts, right? That's happened with like, it happened with Kanye, right? I mean, which was it? Adidas dropped Kanye and his sponsorship deal, and it's like, dude, Kanye got canceled, sure, but he got canceled for good reasons. Like, this is the thing about like advertisers. It's like nobody wants to advertise with a toxic brand. That's just business, right? If the person you associate with is like an unpopular, controversial person, that will actually like decrease your revenue instead of increase it, right? That's the only reason that they're doing this sponsorship association in the first place, right? Is to increase revenue. So it's like, this is the whole thing with cancellation, right? It's like, you're not being canceled by people not wanting to associate with you. It's just that like nobody wants to associate with you because you're a jackass, or you're like offensive, and like nobody likes that, right? And nobody wants to be around you because you're just an unpleasant person to be around. Sorry, it's like, that's the thing about edgy humor. It's like, if you were actually funny, you wouldn't have to be offensive to be funny. If the only way you can get people to laugh is by telling offensive, like, edgy jokes, it's like, you're not really funny, right? You're playing on easy mode, right? You're relying on like the shock value of the things that you say causing a reaction instead of actually being funny to cause a reaction. Yeah, they want to establish an echo chamber without accountability. It's like, dude, if you want to have your own like right-wing echo chamber, just go to like Truth Social, where Donald Trump regularly posts some truth on Truth. Or I guess Parler is still around, right? Because Kanye bought it now. I bet Kanye's gonna do really well with that. Oh, dude. Now Elon and Kanye both have their own social media apps. They both own their own social media. Yeah, so if you're a divorced, middle-aged, billionaire pseudo-celebrity, then like you gotta get your own social media app. That's like your thing now. That's the thing that like divorced semi-famous people or like divorced billionaires do now. That's the new midlife crisis, is buying a new social media app to run it into the ground for your own personal like ego trip. Anyways, I think that covers it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how Twitter actually develops. I don't have high hopes for Twitter, honestly. Seems like it's going to continue to deteriorate. I kind of hope that like Tumblr has a resurgence, right? Because like, I guess since everyone uses Twitter for like the social media, then Tumblr became like the not safe for work website, and then now they don't have that anymore. Then once they didn't have that anymore, then they collapsed. But now that people are leaving Twitter, maybe Tumblr will be popping again. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Goodbye.